Okay.
Calling to order the City Council Appointment Subcommittee meeting at 5:19 on November 2nd. So, we have two of us here. Joey Winnie is not here. No one is here for public speak time. And we have no minutes from previous meetings because we've had a little bit of a lull. It was like the calm before the storm.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't had, well, the ones I did send out some to you. Last ones I had, but we haven't had anything new since then.
Oh, did we approve them already? I'll make a motion to approve the minutes in case we haven't already.
Okay, I'll second that.
Okay.
Last name? Sturgeon?
I'll check on the dates that I sent. Could have just been that last one meeting.
So tonight we have a number of mayoral appointments that are all reappointments for various boards and committees across the city. Barb requested when I was just upstairs to just talk about them as one fell swoop rather than going through them individually, except for the one new appointment, which is Sean Casey, serving on the ECA Plus Grants Committee with term expiration of 12/31/19.
Right.
So I have no, I've only heard positive things about all of the people listed here for the various boards and committees, and I've had no indications from anyone within the municipality of having any problems with any of these positions. I don't know if you want to go through them individually or...
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I kind of agree with you. There's, John Fitzgibbons is our city attorney, important position. I think most of us dealing with him has been very professional, so I think that was good. There's a planning board appointment here that in the past has been slightly controversial, but I have not heard anything recently. So
I haven't either.
So I think, but no, I was just wondering if, because I see is it Fitzgibbons or someone here? Yeah, it's 17. Do we have to pull him out separately too? Because there's one person who's a
John Sheehan is only through the 17th. And
Sheehan or Fitzgibbon?
both of them.
Oh, there's another. Oh, yeah, there's another one down there too. Okay, that's what I'm wondering if we need to pull those two out, just because everybody else. Well, oh gosh, then there's Megan Murphy is 8/9/2019 instead of. So there's actually 4 that we might pull out, just because they are either different times or new people.
Okay. In the past, when we've had a big group of this, I've read it off as one group and have one large motion.
Right.
I assume I would do the same tonight and say we have a number of reappointments.
Right.
So I'm going to talk about all of them with term expiration of 12/31/19 and put together one motion.
Yeah, but I guess, for the record, you might want to just quickly read Crathon Crow Affordable Hair Housing, Tetra.
Yeah, that's what
just so that people know.
Yeah.
And then skip those 4, then that would be one motion, and you can do Sean Casey separately because he's the first time, and we can just mention we got the letter from him and how he has good experience.
Okay.
He's an artist and has actually participated in East Hampton artist community already, even before living here. And then how many? Then there were those, and then there was what? Fitzgibbon, and who was the other one? John Sheehan.
Megan Murphy and John Sheehan.
So you just want to take these books and then put them in.
Okay. So I guess looks like 8/17. 12/31/17. Yeah, so John Fitzgibbon and I guess John Sheehan can be done together because at least they're the same expiration date. So there's 1, 2, then Sean Casey would be separate, and then I guess Megan Murphy would be separate because her date is completely different.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to it that way?
And then the other one is for Greg Rowland. Do we really need need to do anything? Like, we don't,
Oh, that's right, he's on here too, but not on here, right? No, not really. I mean, again, it's technically my appointment, but I just kind of, in case somebody wanted to participate and say they had either some pro or con against it. I mean, I think Dan Riss made some, that he thought it was helpful. So I'm completely comfortable with him, so I just move it forward, I guess, too. So
I would do a motion to accept that.
right. Does he have a separate page? He's not on this big one though, is he? Is he on here?
No, he had a separate page.
Okay. So yeah, I guess write him in then, or you just want to do off of one page. And do you have his date of appointment, Dave?
It's for the CPA committee with a term expiration of 12/31/19.
Okay. So you could even put him in with all the other 19s if you wanted to.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
And
So-
then, go ahead.
I was gonna say then I'll make a motion then to accept all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 22 appointments plus Greg Worrell onto the CPA to recommend moving them to the full city council for approval.
I will second that.
Okay. All in favor? Okay.
And then for mayoral appointments that are coming up, we have Bob Alberti as the police chief, and then Dave for the fire chief,
Right.
and Jonathan Glad for the building commissioner. He's a building commissioner, is that who?
He's also the building inspector. Same thing.
Okay.
It was Joe Fed, and he just retired. Was that right? And then there's also, because Joe Pip is DPW, Joe Fedakevich or something is building inspector. From what I've heard, a little bit I've heard, the person who's been actually doing the job is well liked. So, but I'm wondering, as kind of maybe this is what you're alluding to, what do you think we should maybe do those 3, giving them as much as half an hour on their own? Or?
I think for David Motter, since he has already been in that position,
Right.
I wouldn't have the same need. But with these first 2, I just think that in the past, when we've had someone new coming that's in a paid position rather than a volunteer position,
Right.
we have had them come in.
Yep, okay. Right, yeah, and you're right, because I think, that it probably would be a good idea. So to have Alberti and the new building inspector. So should we start at 5 and give each of them half an hour and then do the rest at, do you think like between 5 and 5:30 we could cover the building inspector and the chief of police applicant, and then the next 15 minutes cover everybody else? Or do you think we don't need to start that soon?
I think that I would have difficulty getting here at 5 on the dot, but I
Okay.
could get here by 5:15.
Okay.
So I have a standing appointment in South Hadley that goes till 4:30 on Wednesday, so
Oh,
it's
wow.
always
Yeah.
booking it back over the mountain.
Right.
Or the use of the mayor, they can use of waking up and cutting your tongue or something.
In the past, I don't recall if we had a group of questions as, I'm trying to think of who it even was, where we were having to interview them.
See, I think what you're referring to is when those were our appointments, like the
Yeah.
assessor, the city clerk. That's when we asked the questions and stuff. This is, I think, the mayor appointment, which obviously we're supposed to ask the questions, but we don't have to do it as much as an interview. We just have to say, do we approve of the person that is the mayor's putting forward, which again may involve questions, but I don't think it has to be as formal as a series of questions that we think about ahead of time.
Okay. So I make sure we have some questions when they
Yep.
come.
Yep.
But I can look into that a bit too.
24 High Street.
Okay. So what is that? That's 11:16. So we'll look at 5:15 p.m. Excuse me, with looking at talking to Jonathan Flagg and Bob Alberti between 5:15 and 5:30, and then the others. Obviously, we can go over, but we'll give us half an hour or more if we need it to do everybody.
So why don't we say Rob, I'll tell Bob Alberti to come in at 5:15 and Jonathan Flagg, should we just say 5:30? And that way if we have...
Yeah, I mean, unless we want to, in case someone, unless he goes quicker, and we're done with him at 5:20, so they're just waiting around, should we just have them both here?
Okay. Yeah.
Did you early vote?
Not yet.
What am I? Oops, off topic here.
No, I was just thinking that actually. Have you already?
No, I mean, it's traditional. It's like part of me is just so used to that, being part of that excitement and stuff, you know. And
Yeah. It's been an interesting semester teaching with all of this going on in the background, because I think by definition you really couldn't have a Republican sociologist. It just doesn't work. So when you have a student who's a sociology major who is really Republican, it presents its own issues. But I don't have any further official business in regard to the appointment subcommittees, so I would entertain a motion.
Okay, so you're comfortable how you want to go through this, and then when it comes to appointments, you can go ahead and move these.
They weren't all in the hall for us.
You can go.
I got caught up on Hoyok Street, 3 cruisers for 1 car over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we're just about to adjourn. We were supposed to start at 5:15 today, so we're
Oh, we were?
Yes,
Oh, I'm
that's
sorry.
right. We're just about to adjourn anyway. So,
Okay.
because we had 22, although
I know.
it was kind of.
Did I get that memo?
We had made the decision at City Council last time.
Oh, okay. Of course I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you not there? The City Council last week?
Oh,
Or last
yeah, I guess I was.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Oh, it's no problem at all.
Like I said, I get a little caught up in the traffic.
We had padded it with a little extra time tonight,
Right.
just because of all these
appointments?
but all of them except one are reappointments,
Okay.
and they've all been favorably received by the different boards and committees. There's been no controversial.
I'm just going to pull it up on my iPad. Beth Tiffany, I will abstain from.
Is that your cousin?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's my cousin. Yeah, that's the only one that I'll do an abstention to. Yep.
Sounds good.
So, because there's so many of them, Tamara's gonna do the vast majority of it as one. And so there'll be Catherine Crowell, blah, because most of them the exact same date and time. I mean, day of expiration. So when they say all those in favor, then you can just say abstain on, and just so pull Beth Tiffany out.
Yeah, just so it's in the minutes.
And then we have a couple other that have different dates, and then Greg Rowland is a CPA appointment, so we're gonna do that one. I think there's,
Is that your appointment?
yeah, but I just sent it
Okay.
here. Yeah, and then we're talking about the next business that's coming up, about Jonathan Flagg, new building inspector, Bob Alberti. Start at 5:15, have them both here.
Okay.
In case any councilors want to ask questions to either one of them. And these are all reappointments, so that should go quickly. And
I didn't know we reappointed the fire chief. I don't remember doing
I mean, I
that.
think they're all, I think almost everything ultimately gets signed off by us, ultimately. I mean, it's Karen's pick, and we say
Right.
yes or no, but I think almost every, I don't know if there is a position that we don't. No, that's true. Okay, so we do all department heads. So if if there's someone who's a
Right,
secretary.
we don't do Karen's,
Right.
or Barbara's.
Nicole or somebody else
And
like
we don't
that.
do Barbara's assistant, do we?
I think we do it together.
We do them.
Right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right. So the new packet has the new appointments in it.
Yes, so that's the ones with the new Alberti, which we'll do at 5:15.
Okay.
And that should do it.
So you already took your votes and everything, right?
Yeah, we're just about to adjourn.
Okay, all right.
But since you're here, we will, if you want to take a motion to adjourn.
That's fine. No, yeah, well, I can take a vote to adjourn.
Okay.
I wasn't here for the vote, so I'll make the motion to adjourn then.
I'll second it.
Okay, the motion on the table, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, no abstentions, no no's. So meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
And make sure it goes.
Yeah, I left him plenty of time. It's just,
Oh, yeah, every once in a while.
it's like, what the heck? You know, one car and 3 cruisers.
Yeah.
I got a new washer and dryer today.
You did, where? Did you turn it off? Well, I'm flying to Missouri tomorrow morning, so.
I've never been to Missouri, what's there?
Kansas City, oh, the NAPT conference.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I was sick in the dog. Monday I came home from work and I had a sinus headache. Tuesday I woke up
Oh, that's right, it was a little cold, right?
awful. I don't know. I don't know if it's a cold or if it's allergies. But anyways, I saw Big This PA and she put me on Mucinex D.